Hello and welcome to Nikolai's genetics lessons, and today's problem is if f2 of the hybrid cross gives a ratio 9 to 3 to 3 to 1, what will be ratio of phenotypes if one takes f1 individual from the same cross and test crossed it? And here is the variance of the answers. First of all, how we get this ratio 9, 3, 3 to 1. And here is going to be textbook example, where we have P, which can be of the different variants, whether it can be round, which is dominant, or wrinkled, which is recessive, or can be yellow, which is dominant, or green, which is recessive. So in the hybrid cross, in F2 generation, this is going to be ratios. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 P's we expect to be round and yellow, and 3 in this ratio stand for 1, 2, 3, which is going to be round and green. Another 3 stand here for those which are going to be 1, 2, 3, yellow and wrinkled, and 1 stand for the variant when P is going to be green and wrinkled. So what we see in this picture is F2 generation. Now let me show you parental generation, first generation, and F2 generation. So we start with parental generation, and one parent is going to be capital R, and capital Y, and we cross with another parent who is going to be small r, and small y. So this is going to be parent 1, and this is going to be parent 2. And this is how we get F1 generation, which is going to be of the same phenotype. All F1 generation are going to be capital R, and capital Y, small y. As you see in the F1 generation, no any other genotypes are possible. From parent 1, all F1 generation are going to get dominant allele R, and from parent 2, recessive allele R. And for the second set of alleles, for the second gene Y, from parent 1, only dominant allele F1 generation can get, and from parent 2, only recessive allele can get. So only one genotype and only one phenotype is possible, which is all P's are going to be round and yellow. And when we self-pollinate these plants, that means we cross with the same genotype, capital R, and capital Y, small y. This would result in this F2 generation, and here is going to be ratio of phenotypes, which you see here. But our question, let's read again. What will be the ratio of phenotypes if one takes F1 individual from the same cross and test cross it? So what we call test cross. First of all, let's take from F1 generation one parent who is going to be capital R and small r, capital Y and small y, and test cross it. What is a test cross? When one parent shows dominant phenotype, but we don't know whether this parent has two dominant alleles for one trait and two dominant alleles for the second trait, or maybe it is heterozygous. So how do we find it? We test cross with another parent of the known phenotype and genotype, which is going to be in our case small r, and small y. One more time, this is going to be known phenotype, which is in our case is going to be wrinkled, and small y stand for the green genotype and phenotype. So we know when we look at such a parent, we know that his genotype is going to be small r, small y. But when we look, for example, at this or at this parent, we don't know genotype. It can be this, it can be this. So we test cross it. And now let's find out what variants of the genotypes and phenotypes we can get in the next F2 generation. Let's make this picture smaller. I want it to stay, but I need a space. Parent 1, and this is going to be parent 2 of the F1 generation. We took this parent from F1 generation and test cross it. Parent 1 can produce following variants of the gametes: capital R and capital Y. So capital R and capital Y. And another variant would be capital R and small y. So capital R and small y. Another variant would be small r and capital Y. So small r and capital Y. And the last variant would be small r and small y. So small r and small y. And as for the parent 2 only can produce one variant of the gamete, small r, small y. So let's put it here, small r and small y. Now let's build a table. So, and let's find what genotypes are going to be in F2 generation. So here we are going to have capital R, small r, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, and small y, and small r, capital Y, small y here, and small r, and small y here. Now let's analyze what we got here. So this genotype means round and yellow. This genotype means round and green. This genotype means wrinkled and yellow and wrinkled and green. So as you see, all genotypes we got produce 4 different unique phenotypes. And the ratio is going to be 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, or 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. As you see, this is answer A. All these genotypes would result in 4 different unique phenotypes. And this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Please subscribe for my new videos that I post almost every day, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.